Hey everyone, welcome to the Breakthrough Entrepreneurs Show, where we empower entrepreneurs to overcome the challenge of work life balance, burnout, break bad, old, unhealthy, negative habits, behaviors, build new habits, create new rituals, new routines. I'm your host, Muhammad Faraj, and today our topic is stop waiting and start acting on your dreams. Let me ask you something. What are you waiting for? Why are you standing still when you know deep down you've got something inside you? Ideas, dreams, a vision that's been sitting there in your brain, in your mind for months, for even years, and yet you're not doing anything about it. I meet so many entrepreneurs, so many solopreneurs or families who run businesses from home who are full of ideas. They have so many ideas about various projects and products, services, goals, but they are empty on action. They think too much, they talk too much, they plan all the time, they dream every day. They tell their friends what they are going to do, but they never do it. They never take actions. They never move something. They never take that first step. They never do something. They stay stuck inside their head, and the longer they stay there, the colder they get. So they're very cold. They don't act. They don't take actions. They don't move anything. They don't do something. They just spend their days, months, years just talking and daydreaming and just thinking about those ideas in their mind, but never take action, never act on those dreams, never do something, never move something, never take that first simple step. So they're like frozen or paralyzed. And that's how golden opportunities be missed or slip away. Listen, if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, it will never come. I promise you, I'm telling you from my own personal experience. I always talked about goals, about dreams, about ideas, about things that I wanted to accomplish, that I wanted to achieve, that I wanted to make it happen or make it a reality, but I was so damn cold. I never took action. I always talk about it. I always told people about it. But it was just ideas in my brain. I didn't take that first step. I didn't start somewhere. I didn't start with something. So if you do the same mistake, if you keep waiting to feel ready, you will never be ready. If you keep waiting for things to be perfect, or you're waiting for the perfect plan, or you're waiting for the perfect circumstances, or you're waiting for the perfect support, or you're waiting for the perfect project, or you're waiting for the perfect moment, or you're waiting for the perfect season, or perfect weather, or perfect situation, you will just keep thinking and waiting and talking about what you are going to do instead of at least do something or doing it. I remember when I had the idea to start this podcast, every time I went mountain biking or took a long run, or I would do like long walking or training at the gym, doing workout, I would listen to other podcasts, and every single time this voice inside me said, "You could do this, man. You've got so many stories, lessons, and experiences that you have learned in your own life that could help others." So I would always tell myself, there are so many mistakes that you have made in your own personal life, that you have failed many times. You had very bad habits, unhealthy routines, that you have done so many things in your life, that you have learned so many practical steps, tips, habits, things that you can share with others, that you can teach others, that you can help others avoid those mistakes, those failures, those bad, unhealthy, negative habits, routines that could benefit others, that could make a big impact in other people's life. Your personal stories, your personal experience can change other people's life, can help them avoid some of those bad habits, some of those mistakes, some of those disappointments, some of those bad experiences. But I ignored that voice for a long time. I told myself, it's not the right time. It's not the perfect time. I don't have the right microphone. I don't know how to edit a podcast episode. I don't know how to talk in front of a camera. I don't know how to talk with a microphone. I don't know how to record a podcast episode. I kept making these excuses. I kept daydreaming about starting a podcast, and I always told myself, where's the difference between me and other people who started their own podcasts? Are they more talented than me? Are they more smarter than me? Are they better than in me? Do they have more skills than me? Do they have better habits? Or do they have more powerful stories than me? Are they unique? Are they special in somehow? No, I just found out that people did like me. People just took actions. People executed on their ideas, on their goals, on their dreams. They just started somewhere. They just installed their microphone and they had to set up a studio for their podcast, and they just started, even though they weren't perfect, even though they weren't really good at it. So one day I just said, that's it. Enough. Enough waiting. Enough daydreaming. Enough thinking. Enough just bringing more ideas into my brain. I stopped waiting for someone to give me permission or tell me whether I could start a podcast or not. I decided to move. I decided to take action. I decided to act on my idea, on my project, on my goal, on my dream. Even if it was messy, even if it wasn't perfect, even if it wasn't like the best podcast, but even if it won't be perfect or it wasn't perfect, one day it will. One day it will be perfect. And that's what changed everything for me. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I feel so blissful, so grateful of starting this project, of acting on my dream of building a great podcast, because I love podcasting. I love it so much. I always tell people, I always tell my friends, the people that I work with, my relationships, my family, I tell them, I love this thing. This podcast, it comes from my heart. It's not only a hobby. It's not only a business. It's not only a project. It's not only an idea. It's not only something that interests me. It's not only something that motivates me. This podcast came from my heart. You can't imagine how much I love podcasting. I am so happy, so glad, so grateful, and this is one of the most powerful and best decisions that I have made so far in whole my entire life of starting, creating, and building this podcast studio and starting my own podcast, because it's been such a wonderful journey. I learned a lot from this journey. I learned a lot. I improved my English language. I've been reading a lot. I read many books. I read so many articles, blogs. I read and study other successful people because of this podcast. I listen to so many other podcasts. One of them is the Ed Milet Show. I learned a lot from this very successful icon entrepreneur. So I learned from others. I gained so many insights from other podcasts. I improve my own life. I create things. I build things. I design things in my own life. I build better habits thanks to those podcasts that I listened, that I learned from, thanks to those articles, thanks to those books that people have written them, and they improved my life. So podcast improves your life. Podcast transforms your entrepreneurial life. A podcast can help you avoid so many bad habits, so many failures, so many mistakes. When you listen to a podcast, you learn from other successful people. You learn about their life. You learn about their history. You learn about their mistakes. You learn about their failures. You learn about their ideas. You learn about how they became successful, how they achieved their goals, how they made their dreams come true. All of this comes from podcasts. So I love podcasting. I love it so much. I don't do it for a business. I don't do it to make a money or income. I don't do it like a side hustle. I don't do it just to achieve a goal. I do it because I love it. It's a natural love. It comes from my heart. It's the most fun, enjoyable, and growing journey in my life, starting my own podcast. But it came from one simple thing. It came from acting on it. I took actions. I started it. I made the decision overnight. I said, tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to order my podcast equipments online. So I went online and I ordered my microphone. I ordered my camera. I ordered all the sound equipments. So I had to build a podcast studio, even though I wasn't perfect, even though my English wasn't perfect, even though I'm not born in a Western country. I immigrated from an Arabic country. But I started it anyway. And I told myself, I'm going to start, I'm going to take actions, I'm going to start with the first steps, and then I will grow this podcast, and then I will learn, and then I will get better at it, and then I will improve myself, and then I will upgrade my studio, and then I will figure it out how to grow my podcast, how to grow my community, how to improve my community's life. But I stopped waiting for someone to give me permission. I decided to move, to act, to do something, to take actions, even if it was messy, even if it wasn't perfect. And that's what changed everything for me. Now, 2 years later, since I started this podcast, here I am. This will be 141 episodes in. I have recorded 141 episodes so far. Almost 350 downloads so far. And an incredible, amazing, wonderful community that keeps growing every single day. That didn't happen because I had everything figured out. It happened because I took action. I learned as I went and refused to give up or to quit, even though some of those days it wasn't easy to record a podcast episode. But I did it. I didn't give up. And I want you to do the same, please. Stop hiding behind excuses, behind your comfort zone. Stop thinking you need the perfect plan. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need the perfect idea. You don't need the perfect project. You don't need the perfect circumstances. You don't need the perfect person to help you, to support you, to lead you. You don't. You just need to start with something. Just do something. Just move something. One small step. Send that email. Record that video. Build that prototype. Make that first move. Take that first action. Act on that dream. And the rest will unfold along the way. You will learn along the way. You will get better along the way. You will improve along the way. You will get there along the way. Because the truth is, clarity comes through action. You will never figure it all out from your couch or from sitting and waiting and just thinking and daydreaming. So today I'm asking you, what's one thing you can do right now to move closer to your dream? Do that. Take that step. Remember, nothing changes if you don't move. It's time to stop waiting and start moving. Because you will be so glad that you started with the first move, that you started with the first step, that you started do something toward those goals, those dreams. Because I find some people, they don't even put themselves in a position to win, to succeed, to achieve something. They don't. They're like paralyzed. They're very cold. They just talk. They make decisions, but then they fall back from their decisions. They take actions, but then they don't continue. They don't stay consistent. But please, if you have an idea, if you have a goal in your mind, if you have a dream, if you are dreaming about making something come true or making something a reality, do it. Take those first steps. Start simple. Do something. If you have some friends, ask for help. Ask people around you to help you, to support you, to provide you some feedback, some ideas, to help you prepare, plan. If you need any tips, advice, contact me. I will help you. I will support you. I will stand for you. So, the takeaway of this episode is to execute. Take bold actions. Start somewhere or with at least something, and do not remain silent or cold or stuck. Instead, do one simple step, one movement, and that's all you need in the beginning. You don't need to think and worry about the whole project or how you are gonna get there or how you are going to do it, how you're going to achieve that goal, how you're going to make that dream come true, how you're going to make that vision reality. Don't worry about all of this. Don't think too much about all of this. Do not overthink all of these things. Just start simple and the rest will be figured out along the way. This is how every successful entrepreneur does. They first came up with ideas. They first came up with problems that they think that people need, and so many people, they struggle with these problems. So they thought with themselves, okay, what can we do? How can we solve those problems? What products, what services can we start building, creating, designing for helping others, for supporting others, for solving other people's problems, for making their life easier, for improving other people's life. but then they act on those ideas. They executed on those ideas. They made a clear plan, they followed a clear structure, and they just worked on it. They didn't just sit and wait for things to happen. They didn't just sit and wait for opportunities to show up. They didn't sit and wait to see a change, to make their dreams come true, because they will never, your dreams will never come true. Your goals will never be accomplished unless you move from your couch, you move away from your comfort zone, and you take bold steps, you take actions, you act on those dreams, you act on those goals, you act on that vision. And do not wait for other people's permission. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait for the perfect circumstances. Do not wait for the perfect economy. Do not wait for the perfect weather. Do not wait for the perfect support. Do it anyway. Do it alone. Do it with whatever you have. I promise you, you'll be so happy. You'll be so glad where you ended up, how far you have come, how much you have achieved, how much progress you have made, where you ended up, how close you are to that dream, to that goal, to that vision. Why? Because you took the most important action. You took the first step. You started somewhere. You didn't spend your time just telling everybody about your vision, about your goals, about your dreams. I was sick and tired of this. I used to tell everyone about starting my own business. I used to tell all my friends about becoming a software developer. I told many friends about starting a project or a program for the kids, to help kids start building better habits, good, healthy, positive habits, avoid negative, unhealthy, bad habits, so kids can grow feeling happy, healthy, productive, and become successful at their early ages. I talked about this vision. I talked about this program. I talked about this project for so many people, for my old boss, for my friends, for my family. But it took me a while. It took me years. I've never done something. Okay, I felt shy of talking about this project to the same people. I felt disappointed with myself to tell people about my vision, about my goal. Why? Because I've told them about this years ago, but never took action, never acted on it. So how dare am I gonna talk about those people? They would look very strangely at me, and they would tell me, or they would ask me, okay, how far have you come? What have you done so far for that program, for that goal, for that vision, for that dream? Imagine what am I gonna say to them? I didn't take any action. We miss so many opportunities in life. So many doors are willing to open for us in life if we just move, if we just take some actions, if we just act. But when we don't act, when we don't take action, when we don't start, those opportunities will just pass by. Other people will start, other people will take advantage of those opportunities, and they build, they create, they design, they grow, and they succeed. But you look back at yourself, you've never done anything. You haven't taken any steps. How are you going to get there if you're not acting, if you're not moving, if you're not taking any actions? So stop that, please. Take actions, act on your dreams, put yourself in a position to win, and be determined to make it happen. I will make it happen. I will achieve that goal. I will make that dream come true. I don't know how, I'm not really sure. How am I gonna do it? But I will figure it out. I will do it. I don't care about all excuses. I don't care about the economy. I don't care about life circumstances. I don't care if people are supporting me or not. I don't care if I have an accountability partner or not. I don't care about the perfect plan. I don't care about the perfect circumstances. I will just do it. I don't care. I will do it. I put my mind into win. I will win. I will make it happen. I will act on those dreams because I know years will pass by, and if I don't do it, it will never happen. So stop being paralyzed. Stop being cold. Leave your comfort zone. Stop daydreaming. Stop thinking. Stop telling everybody about your plan, about your goal, about your dream, about your vision, about the product, about the service that you're working on, building, creating, designing. Just do it. Just do it. So that's it. That's what I got for you in this episode. I hope you gained some knowledge, some insights about this episode, and this is very, very important for every entrepreneur, for every solopreneur, for every family who runs a business from home. The most important thing you can do in life is to act on those dreams, to act on those goals, and stop talking, stop overthinking, stop daydreaming. Take bold actions, act on your dreams. If you have dreams, act on them. I promise you, you will be so glad that you did it. You will be so glad that you made the decision. So, thank you so much for watching or listening, and I can't wait to publish a new episode. Bye, everyone.